Today's demonstration, I'm going to add some scales to the head of this snake. I'm going to use a sculpting tool, and it has two different endpoints here. I have a really fine point, and I also have an edge here that's a little bit more blunt or rounded. So what I want to do is create the effect of scales. And those scales, if I go in this way, will be backwards. So you want to be mindful and look at a picture as you're working. Let's go this direction. So I'm just going to indent where I want those scales to go. And right now they're coming to a point, and I'm not sure if I like that a whole lot, but I am going in rows. I'm not sure, unless I look at a picture, if scales on a snail or on a snake are really that like perfect in a row. And another tool that I can use is going to have a little bit of a curve to it. There it is. So I have a couple of options, okay? I can, with a snake, there's a lot of different kinds of, I guess you could say, scales, designs to the scales. So for right now, I'm using a rounded tip. Before I had more of a pointed tip. And you can see I'm applying it and just using rows, I guess, as my pattern and giving myself that beautiful, beautiful texture. Now I'm going to zoom out so you can see how gorgeous that looks in the end. Now, what if I push down a little too hard? Or in this case, I have two completely different scales. One thing to make them less prominent, like maybe I pressed a little too hard, I'm going to lightly go over it with my hand just to smooth it out just a little bit and make it look a little bit less, I guess, deep, so that maybe it might look more natural to you. But you as the artist get to decide, what do you want your texture to look like. In the case of a snake or any kind of animal, you always want to be looking at a picture. I don't have one in front of me, but I find it very helpful to be able to see exactly what, that texture looks like. And I try to mimic it with my tools. And then I feel like it's important to be able to go over it real lightly with your hand just to make it a little bit more natural, because it seems so perfect and straight, it almost didn't feel natural to me. So that's one way to be able to add texture that is going to give the illusion of scales.